I'm in Stoke Newington, which is in north-east London, near Hackney. The particular street where I am is calm. I'm actually right in front of a police station. But I think probably the main reason why this area is calm is because the Turkish community here, which is very tightly knit, very close, is guarding its properties. And there are gangs of Turkish youths, I suppose you could call them vigilantes, who have been patrolling up and down just around where we are, and they're vowing that commercial properties on this high street won't be attacked. However, sadly, I can tell you that there are disturbances in other nearby areas in Hackney. When we drove here, we saw gangs of youths attempting to erect barricades. The police would come, the youths would run away, very much a sort of a cat and mouse type game. A colleague of mine who just drove to this point to join us here had to take several diversions. He said that he saw several fires on streets just to the south of where we are, so he had to take a bit of a roundabout journey. So in short, Gita, I would say that it's a very fluid situation, pockets of disturbances, the trouble spots, the flares move around, if you like, but right where we are seems to be relatively calm, thankfully.
And Barnaby, government officials have been describing the situation in the last few hours certainly as acts of opportunistic criminality. Are there underlying factors, though, that can also explain the way these riots have just spread so fast across so many different areas of London and other cities, indeed?
Well, these are complex questions which British politicians, and I think all British people, are trying to deal with. I think in many ways we have moved on from the immediate catalyst of Mark Duggan, the black youth who was killed in London on Thursday night. I haven't seen that as a reference point amongst the people who have been out on the streets involved in violence. I haven't, for example, seen crowds even trying to confront the police. Really, most people seem to be coming out and wanting to steal. They're heading straight to shops, they're breaking in, and they're taking what they can. But yes, on the whole, I think it would be fair to say that these disturbances have been taking place in the poorer parts of London, sometimes in parts of London where there are racial tensions, although I think we have to be wary about exaggerating that. And even, I have to say, Gita, in the last half hour or so, I've been getting information of disturbances in more prosperous parts of London, for example, in Notting Hill, in the west of the city, in parts of Camden. In a way, that has to do with London's peculiar social geography. Quite often you'll get very, very rich communities, very prosperous communities, living almost cheek by jowl, if you like, with much poorer public housing estates. So that perhaps explains the somewhat sporadic nature of disturbances around the city.
Barnaby, thanks very much. Barnaby Phillips in North London.